Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki. Om Ajnanaatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Parakam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shripadaya Krishna Desaya Bhutale Prabhupada Tupriya Shri Girirajaya Swami Subhakta Shastra Vidyaya Virasarya Shri Radharas Bihari Bhakti Vyaschakriyavini Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Desaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravanchachari Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatari Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatrika tamam vande Shri Guru. Hare Krishna. So welcome back. So Shrikala, somebody should be able to use the seats behind you, right?
Somebody should
Yeah. So you can push this way so that. Right. Okay, so we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 30, the activities of the Prachetas. So today we're going to complete this chapter. Alright? So that's the activities of the Prachetas. So we are on text 39, 34. So we remember Prachetas were doing tapasya underwater for I forgot how many thousands of years. 10,000 years, yeah. I think so. Yeah. And so they met Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva gave them the mantra, and they had darshan of Lord Vishnu, right? So when they were reciting these mantras, actually the result of chanting the mantra is that Lord Vishnu appeared to them and gave them the benediction. And then the Prachetas, they offered their respects and they offer prayers. So we are on this section now when the Prachetas are offering their prayers. So they said in text 38, they said, Dear Lord, by virtue of a moment's association with Lord Shiva, who is very dear to you and who is your most intimate friend, we were fortunate to attain you. You are the most expert physician capable of treating the incurable disease of material existence. On account of our great fortune, we have been able to take shelter at your lotus feet. So remember that Krishna is unknown to us. Alright? Like when we are born, nobody knows, right? Nobody knows there's someone from God, right? So we are introduced to the family members, father, mother, brother, sister, friends, etc. And then those who are fortunate, their parents bring them to temples, right? And introduce, there is something beside your house. And usually Hindu families, they have some type of altar, right? Like in Mauritius, everybody has a Hanuman house. Okay, everybody out, but they don't take care. And they don't, maybe the devotees now do, but usually they forget him. So he's out there, and maybe after how many months, maybe they give him a bath. Light the lamp. Unfortunate, but at least it's there in the mind. Right? So somebody is introduced to the child. So here, the Prachita is saying that, Dear Lord, by virtue of a moment's association with Lord Shiva, who is very dear to you and who is your most intimate friend, we were fortunate to attain you. So, meaning that unless somebody takes trouble to educate us, to bring to our notice that Krishna exists, we won't even know. I don't know whether the Prachetas were so much aware of the existence of Lord Vishnu, but by good fortune, they met Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva said, Yes, I will give you something. So that's how Srila Prabhupada is being very merciful by distributing the books. And we just completed the book marathon for this year, the last year, this year. So every day one quotation was being read from Prabhupada. What is Prabhupada's instructions? And everywhere Prabhupada is saying, distribute these books wide and far. Distribute, distribute, distribute. Right? Why? Yeah. Why distribute? You understand what I mean? Distribute? Give out, spread, right? It's a very huge world.
Spread the knowledge so that people become more Krishna conscious.
Yeah. So that they know God exists.
Who exactly is God?
Yes. And we're going to read more about this. What is that we don't know? In this purpose is going to come. What is it that we don't know? So we are now 39, 40. Yanna swagitam purava prasadita viprasya viddhasya sadanuvitaya आर्यनतशूरिदोराददश्च सर्वाणि भूतान्यनसूय एव यन्नासुतप्तं तप एतदीशा निरन्धसाकारमदब्रह्मप्सु सर्वं तदेतत् पुरुषस्य पुण्यो वृणीमहे ते परितोषणाय. You can read. Now this is a very important purport. It's a description about who's an Arya. If we say the Indians are Arya, so here we will have a description and enumeration of the qualities of an Arya. You read, you can, she can read the,
Only to translate.
yeah,
Dear Lord,
put it close.
dear Lord, we have studied the Vedas, accepted a spiritual master, and offered respect to Brahmins, advanced devotees, and aged personalities who are spiritually very advanced. We have offered our respects to them, and we have not been envious of any brother, friends, or anyone else. We have also undergone severe austerities within the water and have not taken food for a long time. All these spiritual assets of ours are simply offered for your satisfaction. We pray for this benediction only and nothing
Close
more.
this door, open madam. Sorry.
Purport. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, Samsidhir Hari Toshnam, the real perfection of life is pleasing the Supreme
Open the other
Personality
one.
of Godhead.
Yeah.
Vedischa sarver aham eva vedyah. In understanding the Veds, one has to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who has actually understood Him surrenders unto Him after many, many births. We find all these qualifications in the Prachetas. They underwent severe austerities and penance within the water, and they did not take any food for a very long time. They practiced these austerities not for material benediction, but for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. One may engage in any business, material or spiritual, but the purpose should be the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This verse presents a perfect picture of Vedic civilization. People training to become devotees should be respectful not only to the Supreme Personality of Godhead but also to those who are elderly in knowledge, who are Aryans and actual devotees of the Lord. An Aryan is one who does not boast but is an actual devotee of the Lord. Aryan means advanced. Formerly, those who claimed to be Aryans had to be devotees of the Lord. For instance, in Bhagavad Gita 2.2, Krishna chastised Arjun by saying that he was speaking like a non-Aryan. Shri Bhagwan Ovacha कुतस्त्वकशमलम् इदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टाम् अस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरम् Arjuna. The Supreme Person Bhagwan said, My dear Arjun, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the progressive values of life. They do not lead to higher planets but to infamy. Arjun, the Kshatriya, was refusing to fight despite being directly ordered by the Supreme Lord. He was thus chastised by the Lord as belonging to a non Aryan family. Anyone who is advanced in the devotional service of the Lord certainly knows his duty. It does not matter whether his duty is violent or non violent. If it is sanctioned and ordered by the Supreme Lord, it must be performed. An Aryan performs his duty. It is not that the Aryans are unnecessarily inimical to living entities. The Aryans never maintain slaughterhouses, and they are never enemies of poor animals. The Pachitas underwent severe austerities for many, many years, even within the water. Accepting austerities and penitence is the avowed business of those interested in advanced civilization. The word Nirandhasam means without food. Eating voraciously and unnecessarily is not the business of an Aryan. Rather, the eating process should be restricted as far as possible. When Aryans eat, they eat only prescribed eatables. Regarding this, the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 9.26, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yeme bhaktya prayachati tad aham bhakti uphartam ashnami prayatatmanam. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. Thus, there are restrictions for the advanced Aryans. Although the Lord Himself can eat anything and everything, He restricts Himself to vegetables, fruits, milk, and so on. This verse thus describes the activities of those who claim to be Aryans.
Right. So here, this is the list to teach all children, right? We have two teachers here. So just making note of it. All right. And very elaborately talk about. So what is Aryan? Who's an advanced? All right. It's almost sounding same. Advanced Aryan. All right. Progressive. Somebody who knows the progressive values of life. So when a child is born, so they need to be given this list. How many items are there in this list? Who's an Aryan? Okay, tell me. Yes.
He does not boast.
Number
Does
one.
not fight. He's an actual devotee.
Yeah, and Aryan doesn't say, I'm a bhakta. He's really a bhakta. He doesn't just say for namesake, I'm a bhakta. Yes. Now there are a list of symptoms of Arya. You tell me?
They are not inimical to other living entities.
First, what is the first thing?
Aryan performs his duty.
Yes.
Unnecessarily inimical to, it is not that they are unnecessarily inimical to living entities.
What is the first qualification of the
जीवन
Aryan?
की श्रेष्ठ गरिमा को जानते हैं और नौ उच्च लोकों की प्राप्ति कराने वाला है.
They are not envious of their brother, sister, or
They are the devotees of
Yeah, what is the first thing about the Aryan? What is the first item, characteristic of an Aryan?
भक्त है, वो भगवान के भक्त हैं.
Read.
Those who are elderly in knowledge, they are the
actual devotees
Yeah.
of the
actual
Lord.
devotees.
They study the Vedas.
oh yeah.
हाँ, वेदों का अध्ययन.
All right. Somebody who is not interested in reading the books, he's not an Aryan. Right? Aryans are those. So we have to make our children Aryans, right? We have to evoke the interest in them to study the Vedas, to study Bhagavad Gita, right? So the very first characteristic of an Aryan, he wants to know. So when you send him to school, see, Prabhupada, I heard Prabhupada speak about this in one lecture. He said that the reason why the children are not interested in liberation is because they're not taught at school. And everybody knows, because this is Kali Yuga, there has been so much destruction of the Vedic system, the Vedic educational system, right? So now that there is more freedom than 1 century back, what is our duty? What is our duty? We have to reintroduce it. So everybody knows at school they are not teaching. Everybody knows this. You can't even step in, right? They're so strict, secular state, right? If they say, if you say, let me teach, they say, go to the government from the ministry, you get a letter, then we'll let you in, right? It's forbidden to teach Bhagavad Gita in the schools, right? Isn't it? But it's not forbidden in your house, isn't it? So therefore, everybody, whoever think we are devotees, Aryans, right? Whoever think we are an Aryan, we have to make it a point. Every day without fail, take 1 hour and read. Oh, nobody's interested. You sit and read aloud, right? Read aloud. Recite the shlokas. Read the purpose aloud. Somebody will be hearing, right? And this is the time in your house where this is the time for part, isn't it? Like I remember, used to go to my aunt's house every day without fail, 6 o'clock, the old grandmother, old grandfather will sit and they will read. They just read. They will do some prayer, they will just read. And we are visiting, and we all sit. Whether you like it or not, 6 o'clock every day it's happening.
When I was small, my daddy used to sing bhajan for 1 hour every day, and we were studying and listening
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
every day, 6 to 7. All the bhajans, our Gujarati bhajans, she used to sing.
Yeah, so this is how you have to do it. So you just recite the shlokas, and now lucky in all languages, Hindi, in Gujarati, whatever language, Marathi, which language you have been distributing the books, right? So read the shlokas and read the purports, the translations, right? We have to be determined. Every day, a set time in your house. You are coming here only once a week. And sometimes you miss also, right? At your house, in your own house. You can just sit. So the first symptom, very first symptom of an Aryan is that they study the Vedas. Then, what next? They accept a guru. I remember there was one Maharaj, Krishnadas Maharaj. He said that in India, if you want to swear at somebody, you'll say he's Beguru. Yeah, if you want to swear at somebody, meaning he's somebody who has no guru. Meaning no guru, meaning he doesn't know how to live. There's no guidance. He's living whimsically. So an Aryan is someone who accepts a spiritual master, and what do? They offer respect to Brahmanas, advanced devotees, and aged personalities who are spiritually very advanced. Right? So one reason why elders are not respected, because what are they doing? Right? How are they living their lives? Right? So elders are respected when they are spiritually advanced. So the Prachetas is saying that, so offering of respect is something very, very important. Right? Now, offering of respect is in different ways in our society. Yeah, we bow down completely, dandavat, right? Like the brahmacharis, they do dandavat. The women, they can do from top. All right? Yeah, they can bow down or they can do, yes, three ways of offering respects. All right? One is the men, they can do full, the women can do half, or this equally accepted, right? So offering of respect, and this respect is offered, of course, to the seniors, the guru, the brahmanas, the advanced devotees, the aged personalities. What word is used? Vridha, vridha, the aged personalities. But this respect is also offered to brothers, friends, and to everybody, right? That's why in the Vedic culture, whoever you meet, you say namaste, right? Doesn't matter who it is, namaste. Even your enemy also, you say namaste, right? So we have not been envious of any brother. So what do you notice about this? Why is other Pracheta saying not envious?
Not envy.
Why does he have to specify, in his shloka?
Because they have one wife and they are sharing that wife.
We haven't been envious of any brother, friends, or anyone else. So why they're making this statement? Because usually we are envious of brothers, of friends, and everybody else, right? This world is such that immediately, as soon as you put two people together, especially if they're equals, immediately there is envy, right? So we have not been envious. So they're putting forward their qualifications. So the qualification of not being envious is so important, that we have not been envious of any brother, friends, or anyone else. So these are like the mental, the mentality of the Aryans. And then physically, what did they do?
They stayed within the water.
They perform austerities. Fish also stay in water, right?
But the human staying in water without food.
Yeah. So, they did tapasya within the water and they didn't take food for a long time, right? As soon as, there's no food, we become anxious. And with them, no food, huh? Like Parikshit Maharaj also. He stayed without food 7 days, no eating, no drinking. So here, these are what? Spiritual assets. Remember, we speak of punya, like just like you invest in a bank balance, right? So similarly, we have to invest in our spiritual account, right? So they are presenting their case. They say, we met Lord Shiva introduced us to you, and you to us, and we followed his instructions, and we have been good boys. We've been proper Aryans, right? And we have done, so these are our spiritual assets. Like when you go for a job, you say, what are your credentials, right? Your MA, your BA, your this, right? So these boys are giving what they are. So here we come. So Prabhupada keep on speaking about this. You go to school, you bring a paper, but you don't bring your character, right? right? You don't bring your values, no spiritual values. So Aryans are those who have spiritual values. All right? And the secondary thing, which is just varnashram. Right? The secondary thing is varnashram. Your occupation as a brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, or shudra. Right? So this is secondary. This is natural. If you are brahmana, it will automatically become manifest. If you are kshatriya, it will automatically become manifest. But the values of life, character, all right? Character is something that has to be cultivated. And we're going to see something very interesting that happened at the end of this section. So text 14. Manu Swayam Bhu Bhagavan Bhavasya Yemi Tapo Jnana Vishuddha Sattva Adrishtapara Abhiyanmarina Suvantyadotvatma Samam Grinimaha. Yes.
Translation. Hare Krishna. Translation. Dear Lord, even great yogis and mystics who are very much advanced by virtue of austerity and knowledge, and who have completely situated themselves in pure existence, as well as great personalities like Manu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva, cannot fully understand your glories and potencies. Nonetheless, they have offered their prayers according to their own capacities. In the same way, we, although much lower than these personalities, also offer our prayers according to our own capability. Purport: Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Manu, the father of mankind, great saintly persons, and also great sages who have elevated themselves to the transcendental platform through austerities and penances, as well as devotional service, are imperfect in knowledge compared to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the case with anyone within this material world. No one can be equal to the Supreme Lord in anything, certainly not in knowledge. Consequently, anyone's prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is never complete. It is not possible to measure the complete glories of the Supreme Lord, who is unlimited. Even the Lord himself, in his incarnation as Ananda or Shesha, cannot describe his own glories. Although Ananda has many thousands of faces and has been glorifying the Lord for many, many years, he could not find the limit of the glories of the Lord. Thus, it is not possible to estimate the complete potencies and glories of the Supreme Lord. Nonetheless, everyone in devotional service can offer essential prayers to the Lord. Everyone is situated in a relative position, and no one is perfect in glorifying the Lord. Beginning with Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva down to ourselves, everyone is the servant of the Supreme Lord. We are all situated in relative positions according to our own karma. Yet, even one of us can offer prayers with heart and soul as far as we can appreciate the Lord's glories. That is our perfection. Even when one is in the darkest region of existence, he is allowed to offer prayers to the Lord according to his own capacity. The Lord therefore says in Bhagavad Gita 9.32, Mam hi partha vyapashritya yepi suya papa yonaya striyo yasyas tatha shudras tepi yanti param gatim. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchant as well as Shudras, the workers, can approach the supreme destination. If one seriously accepts the lotus feet of the Lord, he is purified by the grace of the Lord and by the grace of the Lord's servant. This is confirmed by Shukadev Goswami. Ye niyeche papa yad apasrayasraya Shudyanti Tasmai Prabha Vishnave Namaha. one who is brought Bhagavatam 2.4.18, one who is brought under the lotus feet of the Lord by the endeavor of the Lord's servant, the Supreme Master, is certainly immediately purified, however low born he may be. He becomes eligible to return home back to Godhead.
Okay, so again, so this is so the Supreme Lord is great. Nobody can measure him, his potency. Only the Supreme Lord is perfect in knowledge and living. Just heard Prabhupada saying that. Whatever we may do, whatever we may advance in devotional service, it's not perfect. I think we all know this. Whatever we may do, you cook something doesn't come up the best, right? However many times you repeat the same recipe, every time it is different. Right? Everybody knows this, right? So, but it's like I want to do it to please Krishna, right? So according to capacity. So here we are all situated in relative positions according to our own karma. So this point about karma comes again and again. You maybe just brush over it. But we are exactly placed where we deserve and where we desire, what we desire, according to our own desire and according to what we deserve, right? So, but that doesn't become an obstacle in worshipping the Lord. That's the point. Karma is a problem for everybody, right? We do things that's not proper. What could be the improper thing that we do? The improper things that we do. What could be the improper things that we do? The list is given, previous verse. What do we do that make us become?
When we become envious to other living entities, to our brothers, and, what is the other one?
Friends.
Brother, friends, and anyone else.
Yes. Yeah, first thing we got envious, and then therefore,
हम उनको सम्मान नहीं करते.
yes, correct.
We get
Correct.
all this.
Correct. Huh? The very symptom of envy is that we disrespect the others. We don't want to give credit to the other person. Disrespect somebody. So, because of this, as we are going to read further, because of this is the main point. We do things that's not proper. So it's a condition of the heart. Right? This envy is in the heart, it manifests as disrespect. And this disrespect takes many shapes. Amazing shapes. What we do with our body, with our words.
Offenses.
Because of this
And
disrespect. How does disrespect manifest itself? That's what I mean. Right? I don't even want to look at the word. How we talk about people, how we deal with people, right? So, because of this, the laws of nature are very stringent, right? Laws of nature are very stringent, and we are constantly being beaten up, right? You remember Durga, right? The trident, we're being whipped up. Every day is an opportunity for us to decide what we want to do. And we are being whipped up by the laws of nature. Right? So the cumulative effect of one cycle of time is what we call one birth. And then therefore the next birth. And that's what we call karma. And here, the relative position according according to one's own karma. I keep saying this, now we are at this age, so we have already understood that whatever happened to us is our own doing. Right? Maybe a child doesn't know, maybe a teenager doesn't know, even if someone in the 20s, 30s doesn't know. Somebody will come forward, you have understood, yes, my own doing. Right? Very plain and simple. Yet, every one of us can offer prayers with heart and soul. What is prayer? Can we discuss that? What is prayer?
It means to glorify the Lord.
You know, what is that glorification? You've read so many prayers now, right?
An expression of gratitude,
Yes.
thankfulness.
Yes.
Humbling ourselves.
Yeah.
Request.
Yes. Did you notice it's a conversation?
Yes.
Right? This prayers is actually communicating, right? With the Supreme. It's entirely a communication. It's a conversation. They're talking, but with great respect, appreciating the position of the Lord and
Our insignificant position.
yes, and recognizing who we are, what we are. Like we tell the child, you must pray. No, it's something very mysterious, right? You must pray. So what are these? So many Sanskrit words. We can't understand a single word of it. Now we understand many words, right? Even Krishna, even in Bhagavad Gita, Arjun offers prayers. Where? Which chapter? 11. Yes, chapter 11. This is Arjuna's prayers. Right? He became struck with awe and reverence. And he offers prayers. So this is what is described in this verse. That prayers is nothing mysterious. Dear Lord, even great yogis and mystics who are very much advanced by virtue of austerities and knowledge, and who have completely situated themselves in pure existence, as well as great personalities like Manu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva, cannot fully understand your glories and potencies. Nonetheless, they have offered their prayers according to their own capacities. In the same way, although much lower than these personalities, also offer our prayers according to our own capability. Alright. So it's very simple, I cannot forget the scene. Like I went to Jaipur. We went to take darshan Govind Dev Ji. My first visit, So, oh my God, of course, we are mesmerized. Not only by the deity, but the whole atmosphere there, So I watched this old man, came, put down, and they have these railings, right? Put down his head, look up and talk. He's like this, right? He's like this, and I'm just fascinated. What is he doing? Yeah. Yes, whatever he wants. Somebody just forwarded me, on our group, one old lady.
Yes, in Govind Dev Ji.
Yeah.
She's
Smita Mataji.
You, yeah. What is she doing? Communicating. Yeah. What is she saying?
That
Something about Holy Mother.
No.
I don't know what, some kite or something.
Kite,
like that.
yes.
Trying
Did
to
you see
practice.
how the
Yes,
gesture she's
enthusiasm
making?
and-
Yeah.
Yes.
104. I'm looking how she's jumping. 104 her age is. 104 years old.
But she
is.
actually didn't look like, she was looking almost like 80. Ah, yes, she looked like
She is dancing and jumping. She's 104 years old. And she's making all the gestures of the kite.
Yes, she was doing that.
Pulling the kite. She's making the gestures of pulling the kite. And what is she saying? And what she's saying? Govind Dev Ji, fly my kite. You think Govind Dev Ji is not listening? Alright. So this is her prayer. Alright, very simple. Very simple. So according to capacity, she's a lady. Right? She's a lady. She's 104. I don't know what she's doing in her life. What she's able to do in her life. Right? At this age. Right? Most people are lying in bed with nothing. And this lady, she's dancing
And she's jumping,
She's
actually.
jumping
She
and
was
pulling the kite. This is her capability.
jumping.
Understand? How all of us are talking about her. Right? All of us, we have seen, we're speaking about her. Right? So, this is what? Meaning it's accepted, it's appreciated. Alright.
I think that strength of dancing comes from the Lord.
And here in this particular purport here, Prabhupada is saying that it doesn't matter who you are. Mam hi pata vyapa shritya yepi shub papa yonah striyo.
Vaishyas tatha Shudras.
Alright, she's a stree. Alright, she's an elderly lady, stree, but she is dancing and offering her prayers. So if one seriously accepts the lotus feet of the Lord, he is purified by the grace of the Lord and by the grace of the Lord's servant. Alright? So we need help. So okay, we are all looking, where's Krishna? But finally we need the grace of the servant. Yes, of the servant of the Lord. And so this beautiful prayer. Yene cha papa yad apashraya shraya shuddhanti tasmai prabha vishnave namaha. That the Supreme Lord, He has the capacity to purify even of the most low-born person. And a whole list of low-born is given in this particular verse. Say the Andhra, Pulinda, Pulkasa, right? The whole list is given. They take birth in different Kirata. Aborigines, those who are born in Andhra also, who are born in Bihar, and then who are born in Germany, who is born in Hungary, who is born, they're all considered to be low-born. And here, this verse is saying it doesn't matter if they approach the lotus feet of the Lord, then they can be, he becomes eligible to return home back to Godhead. Okay, 42. Nama samaya shuddhaya purushaya paraya cha
Vasudevaya Satvaya Tubhyam Bhagavate Namaha.
1 minute. Oh my God. This is flying off.
Dear Lord, you have no enemies or friends. Therefore, you are equal to everyone. You cannot be contaminated by sinful activities, and your transcendental form is always beyond the material creation. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead because you remain everywhere within all existence. You are consequently known as Vasudeva. We offer you our respectful obeisances. Okay. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Vasudeva because he lives everywhere. The word Vas means to live. As stated in Brahma Samhita, Eko api aso rachayitur jagat anda kotim. The Lord, through his plenary portion, enters into each and every universe to create the material manifestation. He also enters into each and every heart in all living entities and into each and every atom also. Paramanu cha chayantarastam. Because the Supreme Lord lives everywhere, he is known as Vasudeva. Although he lives everywhere within the material world, he is not contaminated by the modes of nature. The Lord is therefore described in Isha Upanishad as Apapa Vidham. He is never contaminated by the modes of material nature. When the Lord descends on this planet, he acts in many ways. He kills demons and performs acts not sanctioned by the Vedic principles. That is, acts considered sinful. Even though he acts in such a way, he is never contaminated by his action. He is therefore described herein as Shuddha, meaning always free from contamination. The Lord is also Sama, equal to everyone. In this regard, he states in Bhagavad Gita 9.29, Samo aham sarva bhuteshu nami dveshyosti na priyaha. The Lord has no one as his friend or enemy and is equal to everyone. The word Satvaya indicates that the form of the Lord is not material. It is Satchit Anand Vigraha, Ishvara Parama Krishnaha, Satchit Anand Vigraha. His body is different from our material bodies. One should not think that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has a material body like ours.
So, I would like you to remember what is the meaning of Vasudeva.
He lives everywhere.
Right? Yeah. Please make a note of this, Vasudeva, because again and again, even in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, we have to go in depth in understanding this name Vasudeva. So here Prabhupada is giving the definition. He who lives everywhere. So verse, the word verse means he lives
Nivas.
to live. So where does he live? Where's that everywhere?
Even in our heart. Every atom.
Each and every atom, universe.
Yes, read. Yes. First, every universe. Second, every living entity's heart and every other. This is Vasudeva. Alright? This is sorry? Yeah, this is what we mean by all pervading. Alright? Remember Vasudevam Sarvamiti. Alright? So a jnani is someone who's able to perceive the Supreme Lord is all pervading and his name is Vasudeva. Alright? And even though he's living everywhere in this material world, but he's not.
Contaminated by the modes of material.
What are these modes?
Goodness,
Yes.
Sattva, Raja, Tamo.
goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Yes. So even though it looks like a Vasudeva is doing something that's not proper, it is sinful, but actually
It is not
it is not sinful. All right. Like Ramachandra killed Bali, right, from behind, right? It's like sinful, but actually not sinful. Papa Vidham and Shuddha. He purify those who come in touch with him. Prophylactic Prabhupada says.
Prophylactic.
Whoever comes in touch with him, he purify that person. He doesn't take on the impurity of the object. And then Sama, he's equal to all, right? He has no enemies and no friends. In the material world, if you're my friend, then I do you a favor. right? You are my enemy, I disregard you, right? So the Supreme Lord has no enemy and no friends. That's how Balaram was friend with Duryodhana. Right? How come? Right? How come? Friend with Duryodhana and what's that? Balaram wanted Subhadra to marry Duryodhana. How horrible! And he even fought with Krishna about it. No enemies, no friends. Sama. Okay, text 43. So this section is now complete. So this is the prayers. Now comes the continuation of the story. Maitreya uvacha iti pracheto Vitastabhyetyaha sharanya vatsalaha Anishatamyanam adrikta chakshusam Yajoswadhamana pavargaviryaha. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Vidur, the Supreme Person of Godhead, who is the protector of surrendered souls, being thus addressed by the Prachetas and worshipped by them, replied, may whatever you have prayed for be fulfilled. After saying this, the Supreme Person of Godhead, whose prowess is never defeated, left. The Prachetas were unwilling to be separated from him because they had not seen him to their full satisfaction. Now Lord Vishnu is going, and the Prachetas is saying, no, they want to hang on to him. He cannot go, right? But just see what happens. No, he left. The word anapavarga virya is significant in this verse. The word ana means without. Pavarga means the materialistic way of life. And virya means prowess. The prowess of the Supreme Person Godhead always contains 6 basic opulences. One of which is renunciation. Alright? Although the Prachetas desired to see the Lord to their full satisfaction, the Lord left. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, just like our Guru Maharajas, right? They come and go. You're all disciples, right? Everybody's disciple, but Guru Maharaj leaves. He comes and he leaves. This is the principle here, renunciation. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, this is an exhibition of his kindness to innumerable other devotees, meaning when he leaves one, he is going somewhere else, right? Not that he cannot be with everybody together simultaneously, but here the principle of renunciation is being exhibited. He left, although he was being attracted by, although he was being attracted by the Prachetas. Right? If somebody is showing so much affection towards you, you don't want to leave the person, right? Right? Somebody showing so much affection, you don't want to go. He said, so the Lord is feeling attracted, especially the small boys, right? He's feeling very much attracted, very sweet. But he left. He left. This is an example of his renunciation. This renunciation was also exhibited by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he stayed with Advaita Prabhu after taking sannyas. All the devotees there wanted him to stay a few days longer, but Lord Chaitanya left without hesitation. If you're an unwanted guest, very happily you will go, right? Nobody pays attention to you. Right? Nobody cares for you, nobody feeds you, nobody whatever, right? My God, when did I get out from here? But if everybody is, paying attention to you, worshipping you, giving you gifts, etc., you would be attracted to stay, but Mahaprabhu left. Similarly, Lord Vishnu just left. The conclusion is that although the Supreme Lord has unlimited kindness for his devotees. My God, he's not attached to anyone. He's not attached to anyone. He's equally kind to his innumerable devotees all over the creation. Equally kind. Actually, I'm thinking of Puja. You know? Do you know why Krishna left her?
Puja.
Kubja, yes.
Because he had to deliver someone else. This is what they say that.
You know, she told him stay. And Krishna didn't appreciate this. So, kama praya, meaning almost love, not lust. Yes, lust. She wanted to possess him, and therefore Krishna left. And I see even with parents also. With parents also, when the children are like too much like attached, they feel right. They feel this is not correct. They feel this is not correct, and they don't like it. Even friends also say, too much holding on to me, right? They don't like it. So this is what we are talking about here. 44. Athanirya shalila prechasa sabudanmataha yam drumischannam ram Okay, who wants to read? Just Priya, you read? Just be careful. Not tripping. Oh, I'll give to you. Anyway, that's fine.
No, that's okay.
It's okay. Anyway, we started already. Then you give to her.
Thereafter, all the Prachitas emerged from the waters of the sea. They then saw that all the trees on the land had grown very tall, as if to obstruct the path to the heavenly planets. These trees had covered the entire surface of the world. At this time, the Prachitas became very angry. Okay. King Prachinabarishya left his kingdom before his sons arrived after their exhibition of penance and austerity. The sons Prachetas were ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to come out of the water and go to the kingdom of their father in order to take care of their kingdom. However, when they came out, they saw that everything had been neglected due to the king's absence. They first observed that food grains were not being produced and that there were no agricultural activities. Indeed, the surface of the world was practically covered by very tall trees. It seemed as though the trees were determined to stop people from going into outer space to reach the heavenly kingdom. The Prachetas became very angry when they saw the surface of the globe covered in this way. They desired that the land be cleared for crops. It is not a fact that jungles and trees attract clouds and rains because we find rainfall over the sea. Human beings can inhabit any place on the surface of the earth by clearing jungles and converting land for agricultural purpose. People can keep cows and all economic problems can be solved in that way. One need only work to produce grains and take care of the cows. The wood found in the jungles may be used for constructing cottages. In this way, the economic problem of humanity can be solved. At the present moment, there are many vacant lands throughout the world, and if they are properly utilized, there will be no scarcity of food. As far as rain is concerned, it is the performance of yagnas that attracts rain, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 3.14. Anad Anad Bhavanti Bhutani Parjanayam Anna Sambhava Yagnat Bhavati Parjanyo Yagna Karma Samudhara. All living bodies subsist on food grains, which are produced from grains. Grains are produced by a performance of yagna, sacrifice, and yagna is born of prescribed duties. By performing sacrifice, man will have sufficient grain.
Yeah, this is a very interesting practical. So this is tips for living, right? Economic how economic problems are solved. So the Prachetas came out from the water. Now remember that their father had already left the kingdom, and therefore there was no development, right? No agricultural development. There was so everywhere there were trees. So then finally, when they came out, so here Prabhupada is saying that the Prachetas became very angry when they saw the surface of the globe covered in this way. Trees, overgrown, everything is overgrown by trees. So Prabhupada said that actually the land is meant for agriculture. Alright, it's not meant for forest everywhere. And Prabhupada is saying that rain doesn't come due to forest. In geography, right, we learn that rain is coming from forest. And according to the Aryans,
Performance of yoga.
yes. And this performance of yajna is coming from where?
Performing the
Prescribed duties. What is this prescribed duties?
As per the Varna Ashram, everyone is supposed to follow.
Yeah, meaning the instructions of the Lord. Alright, who's saying you do this, you do this, you do this. Right? And earlier in that list of Aryans is that everybody knows what's their duty. Anyone who is advanced in the devotional service of the Lord certainly knows his duty. Right? They know their duty. Everybody should know their duty. And if they don't know their duty, then they're uncivilized. Right? If a child, when he becomes a young man, he doesn't know what is his duty. Meaning he's uncivilized. Right? As Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, polished animals. Right? So everybody should know their duty. So here, Prabhupada is saying that rain is actually the source of rain. Yajna is actually the source of rain. And it's not the jungles that attract the rain. Another tip in geography. Alright? Very practical. 45. Tatogani marutau rajan amuncha mukhato rusha mahiniru kartum samvartaka ivatyaye. My dear king, at the time of devastation, Lord Shiva emits fire and air from his mouth out of anger to make the surface of the earth completely treeless. The Prachetas also emitted fire and air from their mouths, so they were very powerful. In this verse, Vidur is addressed as Rajan, which means, O king. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments that a Dhira never becomes angry because he's always situated in devotional service. Advanced devotees can control their senses. Therefore, a devotee can be addressed as Rajan. Remember Vidur. Who's Vidur? Is he Raja?
No. Dasi.
Putra.
You say Mahatma Vidur.
He was an administrator of entire
Yeah, Vidur.
Hastinapur.
Who called him Dasiputra? Right? To insult him. Right? So why we are saying, when I ask who is Vidur, we say Dasiputra? No, we should say he's Mahatma.
He is Mahatma.
Right? Mahatma Vidur. But here, Maitreya Rishi is addressing as Rajan. Alright? 0 marks for who's Vidur. Advanced devotees can control their senses. Therefore, a devotee can be addressed as Rajan. A king controls and rules in various ways among citizens. Similarly, one who can control his senses is the king of his senses. He is a Swami or Goswami. The Swamis and Goswamis are therefore sometimes addressed as Maharaj, king. Now you know, now everybody knows. What is this Maharaj? I always wondered and nobody told me. Now I know.
Guru Maharaj.
Right? Because we know Maharaj means a king. I could never figure out why we call the Maharaj Maharaj. Goswami Maharaj, right? I never knew why. So now I know. He's addressed as king. Tatogni Maruto Rajan. So, Maharaj, Vidur Maharaj. This is how Maitreya Rishi is addressing Vidur. 46. Bhasmashat Priyamanam Stam Druman Viksha Pitamaha Agata Shamayam Asa Uttran Varishmatodaye. After seeing that all the trees and the surface of the earth were being turned to ashes, Lord Brahma immediately came to the sons of King Barhishman and pacified them with words of logic. What to say? They've just completed so much austerity. They recited so much nice prayers. They saw the Supreme Lord and they come out. What do? They are blowing fire and setting everything, which is proper because it's required for agriculture. But what's happening? This material world is such that once you start doing something in the mode of passion, what happens? Fire catches, right? So we're going excessive. Even as a devotee, going excessive. All right? Happen to all of us. We are devotees. And we know we should kill the enemy. But then you don't kill the enemy unnecessarily. Even if it's over, you're still chasing the enemy. Then you make enemy with your family members, right? Right? Whenever there is some uncommon occurrence on any planet, Lord Brahma, being in charge of the whole universe, immediately comes to control the situation. Alright? Lord Brahma also came when Hiranyakashipu underwent severe penances and austerities and made the whole universe tremble. So, can you put in the lights? A responsible man in any establishment is always alert to keep peace and harmony within the establishment. Similarly, Lord Brahma is always also allowed to keep peace and harmony within this universe. He consequently pacified the sons of King Barhishman with good logic. Why he used good logic with the Prachetas? You need to know the method, right? If you are teachers, if you are parents, you need to know the method, right? Something is going out of control. Here, Lord Brahma, what method did he use? Good logic. Why did he use good logic? Yes, because they're intelligent. They can understand. Somebody who's foolish,
Not understand logic.
yeah, then what do? There are 4 ways, I've forgotten some of them. Yeah, what? Yeah, what? Tell me what they are.
Separate them.
श्याम मीन्स जो समझाओ उसको और श्याम दान मतलब पैसे से कैसे भी कर
One over the person.
Give a bribe, right? Yeah. Yes, and
Sam. Develop differences.
कुछ भी मतलब देख करके और दंड मतलब पनिश करो.
yeah, yes. Who doesn't understand, then you have to use the dand. right? So you need to know what apply to which category of people. See,
I
this is
think
in
Sam means logic. Shant karo. Try to explain. Sam,
yeah, because they're intelligent.
दाम means maneuver करो कैसे भी उसको manipulate करो either with money and all.
So meaning the Brahmanas you use good logic. Kshatriyas,
दाम
Vaishya,
दंड नहीं वेद दंड.
anyway check it out next week to make sure you got it correct and tell me.
No, I think this is correct. I heard it somewhere.
Yeah, you know the saying, but who it applies to, that you have to check. Alright? The Vaishya, you give him a bribe because he's after money, right? The Kshatriya, they want land. That's why they. So you have to give them land. Right? You have to give them their own kingdom so they keep quiet. And the Shudra, he doesn't understand anything, therefore you have to carry it.
Done.
So in this material world, unfortunately, in Kali Yuga, everybody is getting
Done.
because by speaking, nobody's understanding, right? Then you say school of hard knocks.
School of art.
All right. In Kali Yuga, right? It's speaking, explaining, so many Bhagavad Katha is going on, right? Not understanding. So, okay, learn by your own experience. This is called the school of hard knocks. Because we are Shudras, right? Material nature is there to teach. Otherwise, the Brahmanas are there to explain.
For Vaishyas,
Right.
Right.
They are after money, Mataji said.
Anyway, check, I've also forgotten, but this is the 48. Teja Brahmana Adeshan Harisham Upayete
Tatra Vashishta
Tatra Vashishta
Shtaye Vriksha Vita Duditaram Tada Usharuse Pratitobhya Upadishta Swayambhuva.
The remaining trees, being very much afraid of the Prachetas, immediately delivered.
Sam down the way delivered.
Immediately delivered their daughter at the advice of Lord Brahma. They're looking for the girl, right? They had a promise. They had a promise from Lord Vishnu that you will get a wife. Now they've come out from the austerity, they're looking for the wife. And they were told that it's the trees, right, who will give the wife. So, where's the wife in all these trees? The daughter of the trees is referred to in text 13 of this chapter. So, text 13 that was mentioned. This daughter was born of Kandu and Pramlocha. The society girl Pramlocha, after giving birth to the child, immediately left for the heavenly kingdom. While the child was crying, the king of the moon took compassion upon her and saved her by putting his finger in her mouth. This child was cared for by the trees, and when she grew up by the order of Lord Brahma, she was delivered to the Prachetas by their life. The name of the girl was Marisha, as the next verse will explain. It was the predominating deity of the trees that delivered the daughter. In this connection, Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhupada states, Vrikshaha tad adhishthatri devataha. The trees mean the controlling deity of the trees, just like Chandrama, Surya Dev, right? So his daughter. In Vedic literatures, we find that there is a controlling deity of the water. Similarly, there is a controlling deity of the trees. So nothing is free, right? If we just go on cutting the trees unnecessarily, then the devas of the trees will react,
Flood.
right? They will react. The Prachetas were engaged in burning all the trees to ashes, and they considered the trees their enemies. To pacify the Prachetas, the predominating deity of the trees, under the advice of Lord Brahma, delivered the daughter Marisha. All right, so they were looking for their wife. 48. Techa Brahmana Adeshan Marisham Upaye Mire Yasya Mahat Abhyajnana Ajani Ajana Yonijaha. Following the order of Lord Brahma, all the Prachetas accepted the girl as their wife. Now listen very carefully. From the womb of this girl, the son of Lord Brahma named Daksha took birth.
Son of Pracheta.
All right. Daksha had to take birth from the womb of Marisha due to his disobeying and disrespecting Lord Mahadev, Shiv. Consequently, he had to give up his body twice. Now, in the purport, Prabhupada is going to explain about this reincarnation. Alright? The law of karma and reincarnation. How we get our body. What is the criteria for getting the body? In this connection, the word Mahat Avagyana is significant. King Daksha was the son of Lord Brahma. Therefore, in a previous birth, he was a Brahmana. Alright? He's directly the son of Lord Brahma. Therefore, he's automatically a Brahmana. But what happened now? He took birth because of his behaving like a non-Brahmana, a Brahmana, by insulting and disrespecting Lord Mahadev. I mean, this is huge warning for all of us. Don't think, I'm Tilak Kantimala Dikshit name. I do any type of nonsense. Alright, it is not forgiven. Not, I should take Brahman Diksha. Where's my Brahmana? Alright, here you are. You behave as non-Brahmana or Brahmana. So what happened? He had to take birth within the semen of a Kshatriya. So he got demoted. Remember, next chapter we'll read about King Bharat. He was King Bharat, but next birth he became Jad Bharat. Who's Jad Bharat?
No.
Brahmana. Brahmana. He was born Kshatriya, King Bharat. He became Jad Bharat, son of a Brahmana. He was Avadut. And here we see demotion. He was son of Brahma. Therefore, Brahmana, he now has become Kshatriya. That is to say, because he became the son of the Prachetas. Not only that, but because of his disrespecting Lord Shiva, he had to undergo the tribulation of taking birth from within the womb of a woman. I don't know how he took his first birth. I think it was just through mind. Right? Through mind of Lord Brahma. Now he had to take birth from...
That is the material process.
Yeah, he became... Well, even taking birth in the material world from Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is material, right? So his birth is also material but painless. But now he had to undergo the pain of living in a womb. Right? Not only that, okay, where is it? In the Daksha Yagya arena, he was once killed by Lord Shiva's servant Virbhadra. Because that was not sufficient, he again took birth from the womb of Marisha. So remember, he was killed. But then again, he was revived, and he was, what happened to him?
Goat head.
Yeah, he goat head. Goat head. Actually, he was like so much goat head everywhere. He was only goat head. He became very disturbed by it, so he left. He just left. Remember, he left everything. He left. He took sannyas.
Goat has taken
He disappeared, right? Because he's so shameful. Everybody is saying, yes, that goat head, he who insulted Lord Shiva, right? Now he is taking birth as a Kshatriya, but still a high birth, because the Prachetas are not ordinary, all right, and Marisha also is not ordinary. Because he was not sufficient, he again took birth from the womb of. That was not sufficient, meaning being killed is not sufficient. I mean, just beware, all of us. Don't take it for granted, that now I've got my pass. Back home, back to Godhead, I have taken Diksha. And I'm free to do what I feel like, what comes to my head. Right? No. So already he was killed. Put a goat head. Not only that, now he had to reincarnate. He had to take a lower birth. At the end of the Daksha Yagya and the disastrous incidents there, Daksha offered his prayer to Lord Shiva. That was his saving grace. Right? He offered prayers to Lord Shiva. Meaning that he got the result of the bad thing, but he's also getting the result of the good. Although he had to give up his body and take birth from the womb of a woman impregnated by the semen of a Kshatriya, he received all opulence by the grace of Lord Shiva. These are the subtle laws of material nature. Alright? Unfortunately, people in this modern age do not know how these laws are working. Having no knowledge of the eternity of the spirit soul and its transmigration, the population in the present age is in the greatest ignorance. Because of this, it is said in Bhagavatam, Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Hi Upadrita. The total population in this age of Kali Yuga is very bad, lazy, unfortunate, and disturbed by material conditions. Chakshushe tvantare prapte praksarge kala vidrute yaha sasarja praja ishta sadakshu deva choditaha. His previous body had been destroyed, but he, the same Daksha, inspired by the supreme will, meaning destiny. How we, each and everyone is taking birth by destiny. What it says here? Deva Choditaha. Deva Choditaha. Providence, destiny. So he, So he, the same Daksha, inspired by the supreme will, created all the desired living entities in the Chakshusha Manvantara. So he was giving a work. See, the point is that whoever has taken birth has some work to perform. Alright? So he's got plus minus. Alright? He got heavy minus, so he took a lower birth. But he's got some good credit. So he took birth
with
among
lots
the
of opulences.
Yes, and he was given a work. What work he was given?
Desired living entities in the Chakshusha.
Yeah, he says, now I'm not going to read all this, you read. So he had to, this is,
Chakshusha.
so let's read. Okay, who wants to read? My voice is over.
Fast.
Okay. Priya, just read. Because my voice is over. I want to complete this.
Translation. His previous body had been destroyed, but he, the same Daksha, inspired by the supreme will, created all the desired living entities in the Chakshusha Manvantara. Purport. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 8.70, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Ayat Brahmano Vido, Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Te Aho Ratrim Vido Jana. By human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together is the duration of Brahma's one day, and such also is the duration of his life. Brahma's one day consists of 1,000 cycles of the four yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali. In that one day, there are 14 Manvantaras, and out of these Manvantaras, this Chakshusa Manvantara is the sixth. The various Manus existing in one day of Lord Brahma are as follows: Swayambhuva, Swarochisa, Uttama, Tamasa, Revata, Chakshusa, Vevasvata, Savarni, Daksha Savarni, Brahma Savarni, Dharma Savarni, Rudra Savarni, Deva Savarni, and Indra Savarni. Thus, there are 14 Manus in one day of Brahma. In a year, there are 5,040 Manus. Brahma has to live for 100 years. Consequently, the total of Manus appearing and disappearing during the life of one Brahma is 5,04,000. This is the calculation for one universe, and there are innumerable universes. All these Manus come and go simply by the breathing process of Mahavishnu. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, Vishyaika Nishmasita Kalapatha Avalamya Vishnu Mahasayasya Kalavishesho Govindamadi Purusham Bhaja. The word Jagadandanatha means Lord Brahma. There are innumerable Jagadanatha Brahmas, and thus we can calculate the many Manus. The present age is under the control of the Vevasvata Manu. Each Manu lives 43,20,000 years multiplied by 71. The present Manu has already lived for 43,20,000 years multiplied by 28. All these long lifespans are ultimately ended by the laws of material nature. The controversy of the Daksha Yagna took place in the Swayambhuva Manvantara period. As a result, Daksha was punished by Lord Shiva, but by virtue of his prayers to Lord Shiva, he became eligible to regain his former opportunity. According to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Daksha underwent severe penances up to the fifth Manvantara. Thus, at the beginning of the sixth Manvantara, known as the Chakshusa Manvantara, Daksha regained his former opulence by the blessings of Lord Shiva.
God, he had to hang around for so many Manvantara. Well, to purify himself of his offense. No, he was not eligible.
Go ahead,
Performing austerity for that purpose rather than
No,
TVS was
No.
mentioned, na destiny.
sorry,
TVS was
No, he couldn't
mentioned
go.
destiny.
he was not eligible. So
For
here,
head के साथ इतने मनवंतर
yeah, he had to graduate. He had to graduate out from this material world. So he's graduating now. He has desires. That's why he's a Daksha, right? He has desires. Yes, so Daksha underwent severe penances up to the fifth Manvantara. So he, the controversy of the Daksha Yagya
was in Swayambhuva.
took place in the Swayambhuva Manvantara, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the sixth Chakshusha Manvantara, that's when he took his birth. What for?
To create all
To create
desired
the desired
living
living
entities.
You know, thanks to him we exist, right?
by the Supreme Will.
Right? Thanks to him we have our bodies.
Because we were in the Vevas.
No, I'm saying Daksha, he procreated, therefore we are having bodies, right? We have our Gotra, we have everything thanks to
Because
him.
we are in the next Manu. Okay, so they
Whichever Manu,
So he
whichever Manu,
created our forefathers.
he did his work. Alright? Brahma is Prajapati, right? And Daksha is Prajapati, Prachetas are Prajapatis. Alright? The procreators of human beings and whatever else.
Every this thing, Manvanta, new Prajapatis, there will be different Prajapatis.
I don't know the whole system, but at least here we are reading that Daksha. He. Sorry?
obviously, logically.
For other Manvantas, second, third, fourth,
Yeah.
fifth, there must be some other Prajapatis who created.
Yeah. It's not only him. It's not only him. But we're speaking of Daksha, he got stuck. Right? So he committed offense beginning of creation itself, Swayambhuva, uh, uh, Manvantar, right? He got stuck there, so he had to wait for 5. Just like we're sitting and chanting, right? We're sitting and chanting, we're taking our time. Sometimes you do something wrong, you need your time to, get over it, to come back, right? So he took 5 manvantara. He took 5 manvantara. Right? My God. It's very risky. Yeah. According to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Daksha underwent severe penances up to the 5th Manvantara. Thus, at the beginning of the 6th Manvantara, known as the Chakshusha Manvantara, Daksha regained his former opulence. By the blessings of Lord Shiva, we keep reading this through Bhagavatam. Indra, he does something wrong. He has to go and wash himself of all this. See, previously in India, people knew this. If they've done something wrong, they have to undergo atonement.
I think even today, the Christians, they do know that every Saturday they go and they ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, but this is
They commit.
Confessions of
Yeah.
sins and then Monday
Yeah, but
begin
pro-
new-
but that's like childish, because again you do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Every Sunday you do the same thing.
Yeah. Confession.
Yeah. So, but atonement, prayaschitta, like we hear, like let's say somebody's cow dies, right? By like by accident, and it's the fault of the owner. So that person, what he will do, he will put a rope around his neck. Yeah, he put a rope around his neck for 1 year. He will go door to door begging. That is his prayaschitta.
Killing of a cow.
Yes, that his cow somehow died by his fault or whatever. But these are how they. So 1 year, that's a long time. I don't know what other austerities they do, but they go door to door.
You were conscious of their actions.
Yes.
So
Remember
this life
Arya?
only, it is like, yeah.
But what about those religions where they are eating the cow?
Here we're speaking of the Arya. We're speaking of this is, Okay, let's complete this. Yojayamana sarvesham tejasvinam pucha swayopadata dakshascha karmana daksham prabhuvan tam praja sarga rakshayam anadirabhishishya yojayujenamsya savai sarva prajapatim. After being born, Daksha, by the super excellence of his bodily luster now, 5 manvantara he has performed austerity. Therefore, he got super excellent bodily luster.
He had it then also, no, Mataji?
Sorry?
He had it even then.
Yeah, but he lost it. He
lost
goat
it.
head.
But imagine the offense, Mataji, 5 distinct to Manvantaras, he had to go through
Yeah.
that penance.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Yeah. He lost the opulence, he got a goat head. So therefore, he became so ashamed.
Ugly, and now he is back again.
And now, so yeah, he had to wash himself of all this offense, because he was very expert in performing fruitive activities. So that was his anartha. He is addicted to fruitive activities, karma kand. He was called by the name Daksha, meaning the very expert. Lord Brahma therefore engaged Daksha in the work of generating living entities and maintaining them. In due course of time, Daksha also engaged other Prajapatis, progenitors, in the process of generation and maintenance. So, Lord Brahma is very expert, like Vishnu is very expert, right? Everybody needs to do something. So, Lord Brahma gave him some work. This is your tendency, this is what you want. Okay, give him, let him generate living beings. And maintaining them, not just giving birth, all right? Because they used you give birth, you don't maintain the children. Right? Daksha became almost as powerful as Lord Brahma. Consequently, Lord Brahma engaged him in generating population. Daksha was very influential and opulent. In his own turn, Daksha engaged other Prajapatis headed by Marichi. In this way, the population of the universe increased. You remember how Daksha was so haughty, so, he insulted Lord Brahma also. Remember? He says, you told me to give my daughter, right?
Yes, Shiva.
Yeah.
Because of you, I have
Yeah.
given my
We become crazy, when we are so opulent, everybody's offering us respect, right? Because so crazy, your own father, Lord Brahma. See, offense is on all level. Among small also you offend. High also, higher you go in your own circle, you commit offense. Like we won't commit offense to Lord Shiva. But who consider himself equal
to
commit offense. Right? Isn't it? We don't know when we'll come out of this chakkar, Envious of brothers, envious of equals, friends, and others. That's why we are still here. Don't think it's only Daksha, right? We are still here. How many Manvantara, we don't know.
ये तो बस शुरू हुआ हम लोग बेबसवाल उसके बाद वाले
We are in the middle, I think, right now, right? The
बेबसवाल
eighth one, right?
eighth one
Seventh one. Okay, the middle, seventh. So many offenses still going on, right? No desire to go back home, back to Bangla. No desire to surrender.
Knowing your austerity,
Huh?
you are told we're not even conscious of our action.
So that's why now we are chanting, right? Yeah, correct. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why Prabhupada has come, the association of Prabhupada, we get to know. Then we have to keep pushing, are you chanting? No onion garlic. Right? Are you doing this? Are you doing so much we have to push. Right?
अभी मैंने बच्चों की मम्मियों को बोला कि आप लोग ना सबसे पहले अच्छे संस्कार डालना है, अच्छा बन जाए, कलयुग से बच रहे, भोग ऑफर करो, ऑफर करके खाओ, प्रसाद खाओ, बच्चों की बुद्धि तभी आई। मैं 1 घंटा बोलूंगी, आप कुछ नहीं करोगे, मुरारी क्या मतलब बनेगा?
हाँ प्लीज
सब
प्रसाद
मम्मियों को भी बिठा के सुनाना है।
मम्मी खाना पकाती है।
मैंने वही बोला, आप ही बनाते हो, आपको ही ऑफर करना है, आपको ही बच्चों को खिलाना है, तभी बुद्धि सुधरेगी। घर का
Mataji,
Yes.
I want to ask you one thing. Born from the mind means what? I don't understand that.
Mind.
Born
Oh,
from the mind.
my meaning
How are they born?
see, the thing is that there are gross ways of taking birth and there is subtle ways. So in the beginning, all the children of Lord Brahma came from his mind, subtle body, in other words. Now he got a gross body.
how Kunti got impregnated with Karna, that was also mind. He looked at Suryadev.
No. Through mantra, right? He called that Surya Dev. No. Yeah, he appeared. Though Surya Dev appeared. This is higher. Lord, subtle body. See, we have 5 gross elements. Then we have mind, intelligence, and false ego. So he was born on that level of the mind. Yeah, all these. Remember,
7 sages.
Yeah,
Marichi,
yeah.
Atri, all of them.
go back to the 3rd canto. The list is given. All these sons of Lord Brahma were born for the mind, and therefore they were not very much interested in procreation, right? And that's when Manu came with Satarupa, right?
And the 4 Kumaras first.
Then this whole Prajapati progenitors started.
नहीं, पौध कुमारों नारद तो
First,
मानसी
mind,
है, mind से।
Yes.
Those are the first created. Then the 7
Then
sages.
फिर ये
4 And then he got fed up and Swayambhu came.
Yes.
Uttanpada,
Yeah, when he said this is going too slow, the work is getting too slow. There are so many jeeves sitting in the belly of Lord Vishnu. Everybody has to come out, right? And here, all these Manasa Putra, everybody's saying, I'm thinking of my own self-realization, right? They were not interested. Then he said, okay, you have to create man and woman, right? And there is automatic attraction, and therefore there is procreation. So things started working very fast. This is the machine of the material world.
But earlier there were no women. So earlier there
Sorry? Oh, you found it? Okay, tell me.
Srimad Bhagavatam 7.15, Prahlad Maharaj story. It is essential for I'll just read the purport.
Yeah.
It is essential for a student who is going to be a ruler or king to learn the 4 diplomatic principles. There is always rivalry between a king and his citizens. Therefore, when a citizen agitates the public against the king, the duty of the king is to call him and try to pacify him with sweet words, saying you are very important to the state. Why should you disturb the public with some new cause for agitation? So this is Psalm first. If the citizen is not pacified, the king should then offer him some lucrative post as a governor or minister, any post that draws a high salary, so that he may be agreeable. If the enemy still goes on agitating the public, the king should try to create dissension in the enemy's camp.
Divide and rule.
Divide and
Still
rule.
continues, the king should employ argumentum et vectum, severe punishment. Nice to understand.
All right.
British learned it from there.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.